Today's personal vlogs, October 17, 2024. And today I want to talk about why I stopped eating pork. I mean, not completely. It's just like how I avoid in every possible. Okay, so back to why most of the religions forbid you to eat pork. Like Islam says haram because like their God says so, and then also because they are they're kind of vacuum cleaner. They eat everything, including their orifices and pig. Also, the Jews, the Torah say do not eat pork, do not deal with pig because pig is also that kind of animals. And then some of other Christian religions also say so. Also, some of the Buddhism, like material Buddhism, like the one that don't even eat any animal. So, in a clinical perspective, in a health perspective, this is because there's a lot of parasites, right? Because they say pig eat everything, pig including their own faces and urine, and then other animals poop. But other animals also did the same. Like there's so many other animals that they eat everything too. It's the same like them, but why is like specifically a pig? Because first of all, technically pig is like human Nephilim hybrid. So we technically are cannibal if we eat pork, because we have the same DNA, and that's also the kind of the reason that why we why now, like in a modern medical, they kind of like creating the hybrid human pig, because they say, oh, they can harvest their organs, so they can transplant the organ to human who need it. So but like, okay, so but I don't want to be a pig, whatever. But why is like it's very useful like that? Because originally like pig is also having like is our hybrid, like, or we're the one who hybrid, we're the one who's like the hybrid product from the Nephilim and the boars, or the Nephilim and boars become a pig. But what does it have anything to do with us as human? Because human is also hybrid. Like the original like beings on earth, mostly like animals. The human, maybe certain human, but most of the human with like brown eyes, we are like Gaia's children, or the earth children. That's why like most of the people with like brown eyes, we tend to be like bare feet, because we love so much about the soil, the earth. We're like the Gaia children. Look at me, I'm at work right now and I'm not wearing shoes. I'm not wearing shoes, and then the way I'm sitting is just like this, because I have brown eyes, and I am the Gaia children. So I think if let's say I'm a hybrid of this earth being mixed with I don't know what kind of starseed or other so-called alien. But what I'm trying to say in here is because like human is also hybrid with boar and other alien, the same. So we're kind of like in the same, maybe not a parallel with the pig, but we also like a kind of subset of the hybrid from the boar. Let's say starseed, boar, blah blah blah, angel, fallen angel with this, and always create human. And then the other side is in the same department, I guess, but with boars and something else, and then they create the pig. And that's why pig, like a farm pig, they can even live in a wild. I'm talking about like not wild in the jungle, but if you like let the pig like living in like openly farm like that, they're barely gonna survive. Like they have to have like a shepherd who take care of them, because like they so much infection if they live in a board, like in a wild, because there's so much like a dirty, nasty, like I don't know, soil like stuck in their teeth like that. Like, so it's a lot of infection. They're not gonna live long. You have to put them like in a farm, like complete like closed farm, and then and that's how they like keep eating. That's how they are. They're like a machine. They just like have to keep eating. They have to like eating everything basically. It's kind of the recycle machine. They are the recycle machine, or the vacuum cleaner. So, and then also there's so many like legends. Like let's say the Chinese legend, they have this story from the journey to the west, Tom Sam Chong, and like the monkey king, right? And then one more thing is the pig, Chupat Kai. Chupat Kai was originally a general from the heaven. He's one of the god, like a god of war actually. But because he was so pervert, he was like try to seduce all some of the other goddess, and then he kind of violate the forbidden like rules there by flirting, like too much flirting with that. And then the god's leader, like he is like punishing him to be born in a human world, the earth, the dome. Like they throw him out from the heaven, going down in here, as the he has to go through like a thousand times of reincarnation with the punishment and suffer from love. So he had to go through like 1,000 life, and he always died because of love. So it's either he did like forbidden love, and then they punish him, they execute him, and then or like he just like he got so heartbroken that he has to like kill himself. He had got heartbroken that he has to like drinking poison. It's like all the suicides. Basically, he has to suffer from love for like 1,000 life, and then after that he can get the shortcut from Kuan Yin, the Kuan Yin goddess. Like he can get the shortcut. Like before 1,000, he can like finish his punishment as long as he helped this there was this monk Tom Sang-chong monk into this journey to the west. So he has to assist this monk with the Monkey King. Monkey King also like have to go through this punishment, and they can shortcut by doing this like a huge like a massive holy holy like journey to the west, basically like that. And then Chupat Kai is born with a pig face. He's basically like a demon, because he's like a god, and then he has to like a hybrid with a human, so he's like kind of demon here. He has like a human with a pig face. Okay, that's the story, the legend story, the Chinese legend story. And then there's like another Indonesian legend story about the babi ngepet, like a pig that kind of walking around in the night while everyone's sleeping, and then his job actually stealing all the money from the rich. It's like just like a Robin Hood, and like he has no neck. He just like goes straight, and then he eats all the gold and then money. He eats it, and then if the pig coming back to the owner, he just can kind of like release and throw all the gold up. Basically, it's just like that. And he's not a real pig. He is like a demon. I don't know, but it's not like it's a hybrid basically. When we call demon, right, whatever is hybrid. So yeah, there's another stories, and then they have like Princess Mononoke in Japanese folklore, like a legend of story. They have like the boar's like boar's god, or the boar's god, like the huge one, and then like he can create like an aura, like a fiery aura, but it's like a blood. I don't know, it's very scary. If you see like a Princess Mononoke, you know what I'm talking about. It's also the one like there's so many stories actually. A pig that kind of hybrid with a human. So that's also the reason why we can transplant our organ, can be replaced with the pig organ. That's a little bit like Ewing, but like in the same time, it's like, why do we have the same DNA with them if we're not from the same source? I'm not talking about source like love source or like God's source, but it's like basically it's the DNA. It's the physical, like the 3D physical DNA. Like when you like repair the motorcycle, right? Like say you repair like Harley Davidson, you cannot repair with another spare parts from the Yamaha. So it's like that. So what I'm talking about. So I'm pretty sure we're technically cannibal if we eat pig, but it's so good, and that's why they said like for people who already eat like human meat, they said it's almost very very similar like pork, which is really good. Because why? Because pig it's everything. That's why it tastes like so very like diverse and tasty. And then the same like human. Look, we eat everything. Anyway, I'm just saying like why I stopped eating pork. At least right now, or like I avoid in every like possible, because I experienced the freaking parasites. So when I went to South Colombia to do the ayahuasca retreat, during the visions I saw like a parasite like burning like in the hair, like the vampire burn like that, because I had to do fasting, and I never did fasting. I fucking hate fasting because I love food, I love eating. And then when I was like having that visual, it was like I saw this parasites like burn like that. And then at that time, my stomach is like growling, like crazy growling. Like when your stomach crazy growling is because of the parasite. The parasite's like making the sound. So like it's bullshit when the doctors say like, because you're hungry. Yeah, who's hungry? It's the fucking parasites. That's why when like Asian people, they said like when you're hungry and then you create sound like that. That's like they said, oh, your dragon is like roaring or something. Yeah, it is because the dragon is the parasite. Anyway, and after I saw that one, and then the moment that I purged, that I was like finally purging, like that, I came out like. There's like all liquid came out from like of course from my mouth, because everything's like from my digesting then like unable to be digested through my my colon, and then going out of my anus, it was just all coming out like, and then like coming from my ears, my eyes, my nose, and then my like 2 holes down there, it was like, and then it was like a good fucking 10 seconds, and then stop just to breathe, and then again. So the second I breathe, and again, and then it was in the night, right? So you can see anything because it was also in the jungle. And then when it was in the daytime, I was still there outside. I was like, I'm a curious person. I wanted to see how it looks like. So I went inside, and then it's like a fucking like a guava seeds. I don't know why. And then like I think there's like a lot of parasite. That's all this fucking parasite like out. That's so fucking disgusting. But then anyway, like short story. After I did the purging, blah blah blah, and then because I only eat like whatever in there, there's no pork and in there. And then when I came back from the retreat, I kind of couldn't eat any meat for like a good like whole month, because I tried to eat like xiao long bao, like a bun, like a pork bun. I just throw up right away. It's just basically my body is like refusing it. And I was like, all right, fine, I'm not gonna eat this. But then I realized like my face changed, right? My collar, like my collarbone start like showing up. Like used to be very bulgy, so I have like a very bad lymphatic drainage, I guess. And then I always like hide because I have like a puffy face, like basically my body changed, my physique changed. And then it's because of that. And then also because since I work here, like they have like a really good pork chop here. But and then bacon, like we have like breakfast here with bacon, and then like like a pork chop in the lunchtime, and then dinner time for like a tacos, like a pasta or whatever. It's always like a pork. But since then I don't eat. I kind of avoid pork, and then my physique changed. And then also like I didn't eat sushi because I always eat at work here because they provide like breakfast, lunch, dinner. So I barely go out with friends. I never eat like sushi anymore, and then that's why I don't eat like raw fish. And like basically I'm like kind of clean. And then of course when you like watch all the reels, and then no pork, and then I realized it's just I can confirm it, like basically that's their parasite. And then like I feel like the die off, like when you feel so cold, everything's so cold, you feel like you're dead, you're like cold, very cold, even it's so hot, but you're so cold. And then you feel like so sick when you got like a cold, like you got cold and flu, like I'm talking about when you got the throat infection, like that's the feeling. But I was fine. But they said it's because all the parasites like dying there, they like release some toxin. So, and I was like, all right, so it makes sense. And then since then I didn't eat pork. I fucking miss it because I love it, but like in the same time, I mean, when we get older, I'm gonna be 44 in 3 days, and I kind of like okay without eating like anything like that, fancy or anything, because I don't know. I think it's because my work makes me change the way I see the food, because it's always abundant food in here, so I'm like not really appreciate food anymore. That sucks, I know. And then and then what I'm trying to say is like, and then I started like having like the Parasite cleanse, like the supplement for like a black walnut, all of the stuff, and it actually and then they said I had to do the cleansing like at least like twice a year, and which is really good. So so that's it for now. It's just this video is too long. I have to go to another birthday. Damn, like it just sucks when you're in your 40s. I mean, I stopped enjoying food actually when I turned 42. When I turned 42, I was like not excited about food anymore. It sucks, but it's also in the same time I also like it because I'm like kind of like losing some some weight and fat. But now I'm 44, and my passion about food is kind of very decreased. And that's so true when people say when you're getting old you're gonna be like vegetarian automatically, even like and that's so true because my parents, they're in their 80s, like 83 and 80 years old. They kind of like stop eating like meat. It's just by natural, like it's just they avoided it. It's not avoided because they don't want it, but it's just like they just didn't choose it. They just like didn't want to eat it, but it's on their plate. They're okay, but they're like, oh no, like they said it's the texture is too hard for them. And then it makes sense because like I don't know. Also, my grandma, like she turned into as a vegetarian the second that she gave birth to my aunt. It was her last child, and then I think she was 40 when she had my aunt or something like that. But like, basically, all people automatically gonna be vegetarian. Like, barely people like stay carnivore. They're gonna be like either omnivore or like going to be like vegetarian when they're getting old. So I think I'm going there, but I don't think I'm gonna be like vegan because I still love like the animal product. It is so good though. But yeah, I'm just like kind of sad that like I'm only 44. It's just I should like enjoy more about this human experience on Earth. Anyway, bitch, stay safe, stay human.